Howdy folks, John here. Finally going to take advantage of a nice winter day, get some scale flying in. We'll see you out at the field. For anyone who's interested in what model this is, it's a Roban Super Scale AS350. I think they call it an 800 size helicopter. If you go by blade length though, it's actually a 700 size machine. It flies heavy. I'll give you some thoughts when it's up in the air. But really no problems with it. I've had it for 6 years now and put a lot of flights on it. I've got a review on it on my website. I'll fire a link in the description and up in the little card doodad if you wanted to learn more about it. And what I like about their AS350 and their EC130 series is battery access is really easy. And that's a question I get asked quite often on this heli, is where are the batteries located? And they're actually underneath the mechanics. Really easy to access. You just slide the nose section forward and there's 2 compartments underneath for your LiPo packs. And this thing's running 12S, so 2 6S batteries in series. I'm using 5100 milliamp hour. I may as well give a shout out to Jen's Ace, just awesome battery packs. Yeah, and they just slide in the bottom here like so. And then I just anchor them with this little screw-in plate that I made that screws into this block. And that keeps the trays from sliding out. Hook them up and you slide your canopy back on, good to go. So we're trying a new camera today. This is one of the Solo 3 Optic 65 GPS tracking cameras. You put a little GPS tag on whatever you want to track and it's supposed to follow it, zoom in, zoom out as required. It's just going through a calibration process right now, getting its bearings, finding the satellites, that kind of thing. So we'll see how it works. Flying the Roban AS350 Super Scale. And yep, we're going to have some in-cockpit camera views as well. Add a little fun. SoloShot's tracking it pretty well. Zooming in. Pretty cool. Kept it in focus. I just love these in-cockpit views. And adding the moving head to the pilot just made it so fun. I've got a separate video on that. I'll link to it below, how I made this little pilot, if you're curious. That was just my aviation transceiver to monitor air traffic because we are flying out of a full-size aerodrome as per MAAC's flying from full-size aerodrome regulations. And yep, this field is an authorized MAAC flying site here at the Valemount Airport. This was a lot of work last year. I want to thank our MAAC zone director. He was instrumental in helping me get this going, along with the airport owner and operator. So thanks guys. Because of everyone's hard work, we now have a MAAC flying site here in Valemount. We're actually a satellite flying field for the high country flyers out of Kamloops. You can check their website, I'll link to it below. If you want to learn more about this field, the regulations, that type of thing. Can fly both radio controlled helicopters and airplanes here. Love that view. Oh, the sound is amazing. So the heli flying area is primarily over this big field here on the south end of the field. And airplanes can use the runway there and fly to the west there over the trees. Of course, flying over this area of the field, conflict is unlikely, but still have to monitor air traffic at all times. Can never be up when a full-size aircraft is in the area. course, you have to be a MAAC member in good standing to utilize the field here. Now, this is where the Optic 65 kind of pooped the bed here. It lost it. Not bad. I was flying fairly close and fast near the camera. That's likely why it lost it. This is really the first time I've used this camera for filming an RC helicopter, so I'm sure there's some tweaking to do to it, but there's definitely usable footage. And really good image quality. It's got a wonderful optical zoom. And yeah, like I was saying, this thing is heavy. And it flies heavy. So you have to kind of think ahead, you have to anticipate what it's going to be doing. And just like full-size helicopters, you can get into some problems that they experience. The biggest one that this has is getting caught in vortex ring state, where you basically stall out your rotor blades. And this one's really bad for it. If you're flying in wind and you come downwind, you lose effective translational lift, and yeah, you can pull as much collective as you want and you're still dropping like a stone. And just like full size, the only way to get out of vortex ring state is to pitch it into clean air. Rolling it is even better. It's a little bit faster. If you had enough altitude, you could enter auto rotation, so you're bringing clean air up through the disc. Just having a little fun here, landing on this mound of snow, actually balancing on it. If I was to power down, the helicopter would roll right off the front of it. But just having fun. That's what this hobby's all about. Just the in-cockpit view of the same thing. We're on the snow mound right now. Little flashing lights there, just a battery monitor. It's showing in the red, but that's because the servos are under load. When there's no servo load, it's pretty much in the green. I'm just doing some coordinated banking turns, trying to keep the bank angle and altitude consistent. Well, this is interesting. So just hovering it out north of the camera, and for some reason the camera fixated on that little apron light. But as soon as the helicopter started moving, it got it back in track and started following it again. Don't know. Just a beautiful winter day for flying, though. It was about +1 Celsius. Very light breeze. This is why I love flying radio-controlled helicopters. This is what it's all about. And part of the reason I enjoy scale is trying to emulate how a full-size helicopter behaves on a radio-controlled one. So very light stick movements, very smooth. Here I just came way too close to the camera and was moving too fast for it to follow it. So just coming in on final here. Setting up my approach. Light flare here to kill forward momentum. Leveling back out. Setting it down nice and soft. Thing that really helps is watching full-size helicopters. Go to a heliport, watch how they take off and land, watch how they fly, and try to emulate that to build your own scale flying skills. It's not hard, it's just different. Well, this little camera works good. I think we're going to be able to get some usable footage with it. Thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time. Happy flights.